Welcome to Get Fit on LiveStrong.com. My name is Hailey Lott, and today I get to walk you through a little short sequence on yoga for flexibility. Flexibility is something that I am always working on, so I'm excited to share these few stretches with you that will support you in feeling a little bit better in your body. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. I am sitting up on this kind of little bolster thing here, but I recommend if you have a towel, a blanket, a pillow, you can go ahead and roll up that towel or pillow almost in like a little baby burrito and go ahead and put it right underneath your seat. This supports you in just creating a little bit more space in the hips and elongating your spine. And we'll start by moving into what I like to call arm dancing. Finding again your most comfortable position. I like to start by walking my hands back behind me, so coming onto your fingertips. We'll start by reaching up high through our left arm, so reaching on your in-breath, reaching up. And your exhale, you can bend over, bending into your right arm, leaning over to the side, opening up through the heart. Inhale, open again through the chest. And exhale, we'll cross the body with the arm, rounding down. Make sure you keep your hips planted here. Inhale, breathe in and open. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, reach again high to the sky, reaching up through the chest. And when you're ready, you can drop through the arm. Exhale, and we'll switch to the other side. So inhale, breathe in, reach up high. Exhale, fold over to the opposite side, hips stay planted. Inhale, open up through the heart and the chest, a little more space, a little more expansion. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, one more time, reaching high to the sky. Exhale, both hands come down to the mat. We'll begin to move into a little hip mobility stretch. So you can go ahead and keep sitting up onto that bolster. We'll start by grabbing onto our right leg. And this hand position depends on your body. I like to grab on beneath my thigh and onto my ankle or maybe my foot, but really find a position that feels good for you. And we'll just start to move through the leg. And this doesn't have to be precise or look a certain way. It just has to feel good through the hip joint. So maybe you rock the leg side to side. Maybe you're moving it into circles. And just feeling this joint start to warm up. Making sure you're going every which way with the leg. And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides and switch legs. So go ahead and grab onto the opposite leg. And again, finding a position that feels good for you. Maybe it's grabbing on behind the thigh and just doing a stretch like this, continuing to move through that joint, pulling the leg maybe a little closer, maybe a little bit farther away. And keep breathing. Few more breaths here. Then when you're ready, we'll place both legs down, hugging both knees in towards your chest. So I'm gonna offer you a bunch of different modifications as we move into this hamstring stretch. But we'll start by keeping our left leg hugged close towards our chest. And you can extend straight through that right leg. Flexing through that foot, your leg is activated here. If you want a little bit more inner thigh stretch, you can open that leg just a tad out to the side. If this feels good for you, stay right here. But if you want a little bit more, you can always turn your left leg down towards the mat. This will just open up that stretch and take it a little bit deeper. Maybe you come behind you with the hands, placing them down towards the floor and lift up through the heart. If you want a little bit more, you can go ahead and bring your right hand towards your right leg and just start to walk that hand down the leg. Again, it's really important to listen to your breath here. Your breath will tell you when it's a little bit too much. So when you notice your breath getting a little shorter, a little tighter, then maybe you get to back off a little bit. But find your edge, a place where it feels comfortable for you and you notice a little bit of opening through the body. And we'll take a few breaths into this space. So maybe you round down just a little bit more towards that leg. Maybe you look towards the ceiling, opening up your chest. And breathe. And when you're ready, we'll slowly begin to make our way up, and we'll do that all over again on the other side. So go ahead and grab your left leg in close towards your body, pull that right leg up towards your chest, and this time we'll keep our right leg close in towards our body. You can extend straight through that left leg and find a position that feels good for you. So maybe lifting it up just a little bit more, finding that inner thigh stretch. If you want, you can place your right leg down on the ground just like this, or keep your right leg hugged and close towards your body. Maybe bring your hands behind you, lift up, flex through the foot, leg is activated, and breathe. If you want a little bit more, walk your left fingertips down and just slowly make your way down towards your ankle or your foot. It's really important here that we use our breath. I'm gonna keep supporting you by bringing your mind back to that focus point, because you can actually use your breath to soften through the muscles. So imagining with each breath you take in, your hamstring is loosening up just a little bit more. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, on your next breath, we'll slowly begin to make our way up. You can draw your left leg in, your right leg in, and give yourself just a big hug just for a moment. And when you're ready, we'll come off your pillow, your towel, your blanket, whatever you're using for support, and just push that to side. We'll bring our feet flat to the ground, and we'll take just a moment to roll all the way down towards the mat. So when you're ready, coming feet flat on the ground, hands behind the thighs, abs are engaged. Go ahead and reach your arms out in front of you, and we'll roll down slowly just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go all the way flat on the mat. We'll start by bringing our right knee in towards our chest. Left foot is planted onto the mat. Maybe this is where you stay because you already feel the stretch. If you want a little bit more, you can go ahead and extend your left leg out straight on the mat. We'll start to move through some circles through our right leg. So you have your hands underneath your kneecaps and just start to pull the knee in towards the chest, out to the shoulder, and around in a big circle. Maybe you take your circle a little bigger, a little smaller, listening to what you need most, what your body needs right now. And when you're ready, you can reverse that same circle. And breathe. Drawing your right knee in towards your right shoulder, just opening up through that inner thigh for 2 breaths, in and out. On your next breath in, you can draw your leg towards center, bending through the left leg, bringing the sole of the left foot to the ground. Begin to flex through your right ankle, and we'll come into a figure 4 stretch. So that flexed right foot will cross over your left thigh, right ankle over your left thigh. And this is where we'll start. You can look down in front of you and you'll see the top of a 4 here. If you're ready for just a little bit deeper of a stretch, you can go ahead and reach through the thighs, grabbing onto the back of your left thigh. Maybe you use your right elbow to press your right knee open, and go ahead and breathe. If this stretch feels juicy enough, keep breathing and staying here. If you want even more, go ahead and extend straight through the left leg. I'm gonna stay here and just breathing into the hip for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, you can release the grip of the hands. Left leg slowly lowers down towards the floor. Right foot comes down to meet it. Hug both knees in towards your chest just for a moment. Then we'll bring both feet back down towards the mat. When you're ready, you can bring your left knee in towards your chest this time. Again, choosing if you stay here with the right leg or maybe extending it all the way straight. We'll start those same small circles through the leg. So just opening up away from your body and then in towards the shoulder, across the body. Remembering to breathe. And when you're ready, you can reverse that same circle. Pull your left leg rather, in towards your left shoulder. And just enjoy that little opening through the inner thigh and the hip. And when you're ready, draw your left knee in towards your chest. Right foot comes towards the mat, bending your right knee. Flex through the left foot. We'll come into that same figure 4 position. So go ahead and draw your left ankle over your right thigh. When you look down in front of you, you'll see the top of a 4 here. When you're ready, you can reach through the legs, grabbing onto the back of the right thigh. Press the left elbow into the left knee. Left foot is flexed. Draw the legs in and breathe. Maybe reach your right leg up and maybe not. Wherever you're at, continue to use your breath to support you in finding a little more freedom in the body. And when you're ready, you can slowly release that grip on the back of the thigh. Right foot comes down to the mat, left foot comes down to the mat. Again, hug everything in close. We'll begin to move into a simple twist here. So we'll start by extending the arms straight into a T position, palms face down. We'll lift the knees up just a little bit and drop the knees over to the right side. So if you like, you can grab that same pillow you used earlier and place it underneath the knees for a little extra support. But if not, just slowly ease your way into this position. Again, listening to the breath. If you want a little bit more, maybe you look over your left shoulder through the jaw and the neck. Notice if your body is holding or gripping into any areas, maybe in the spine or the hip. Actively releasing those areas. With your next breath, we'll start to bring awareness into the palms of the hands. Press through the arms as you lift up through the legs. And we'll repeat that same twist on the other side. So when you're ready, dropping the knees over towards the left, shoulders stay planted. Take it slow. Maybe looking over your right shoulder and breathing. Where can you soften? Where can you let go? We'll be here for just one more big breath. And when you're ready, bringing awareness into the palms of the hands. Press through the arms, lift through the legs, coming back to center. Hug everything in close. Give yourself a big, big hug. And then when you're ready on your next breath out, you can extend straight through the legs, straight through the arms, and move into our final rest pose. Give yourself just a minute here to rest, to acknowledge your body for showing up today. Acknowledge yourself for the stretch. If you'd like to spend a few more moments here, maybe you pause the video. But if you're ready, you can start to wiggle through the fingers, the toes, maybe reaching your arms up above your head, bending through the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the ground. You can roll over to one side And then when you're ready, making your way all the way up to a comfortable seat, closing your eyes for just a moment. Bring your hands together, bowing in towards you. Bowing in towards your practice, bowing in towards your body, bowing in towards you. And when you feel ready, you can begin to flutter your eyes open, gently coming back into your room and your space. Thank you all so much for joining us today with Get Fit on LiveStrong.com. My name is Hailey Lott, and it's been so great to be able to walk you through some of my favorite stretches. If you're interested in more videos just like this, definitely subscribe to this channel, and we will see you next time.